King is a Shay Bank.
Okay. And do you have safety concerns with your personal information being in today's court order?
Yes,
Okay. Who are you concerned with having this information?
Jamie and Shiloh.
Okay. And can you tell the court why you are concerned with him having this information?
Um, I've had a violent past with him. Um, he burned my apartment down. He went to jail for 7 years for arson. He got out and continued to, just when I wanted him to like be in his child's life, it was more so about me, and he threatens me all the time, and he harasses me, and I am very afraid of him.
Okay. And he's still harassing you?
Not now because, like I said, I've blocked him on everything,
Okay.
every social media.
So he does not currently know where you reside.
He does not.
Okay. And how long has he been out of prison?
I believe maybe 2 years, a year
Okay.
or two.
Okay. And can you tell me what is the name of the child we're here for today?
Jamie and Shiloh Jr.
Okay. When was Jamie born?
He was born in March 31st, 2014.
Okay. How old is Jamie?
He's 9 years old.
Okay. And do you and Jamie both reside together in Jefferson County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Who is Jamie's father?
Jamie and Shiloh.
Okay. At this time, the state will move for the admission of the acknowledgement of paternity for Jamie and Shiloh Jr.
I'm sorry.
Miss Banks, I've just placed on the screen a copy of the alleged acknowledgement of paternity for the child Jamian. Is it okay if I look at this acknowledgement?
Yes. I have I can't see anything. I'm doing this like on the phone.
Yeah, that's one of the issues when you do it by phone rather than an iPad or a Kindle, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
State's Exhibit A is admitted into evidence.
Okay. And since Mr. Shiloh was released from prison, has he provided financial support for Jamie?
None.
Okay.
None.
Are you asking the court for back child support for this period?
Yes.
And who does Jamie live with?
My son or
Yes.
his dad.
Who does your
My
son
son
live
lives with my son lives with me
with? Okay. How long has your son lived with you?
all his life.
Okay. And who makes the important decisions for him?
I do.
And who makes the day-to-day decisions?
I do.
Okay. When is the last time that Mr. Shiloh saw him?
He hasn't seen him since he went to jail. Like my son has never seen him.
Okay. So based on the timeline you've given me, that's about 9 years ago?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And he has no present contact with him?
None. No, ma'am.
Okay. If the court was to make a ruling in regards to visitation today,
I've got
is there...
That's okay.
No? Okay. Do you know if Mr. Shiloh is presently working?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Okay. Is there any reason that he can't work, to your knowledge?
No.
Okay. And do you believe he would at least be capable of working a 40-hour-a-week minimum wage job?
Yes.
Okay. And how is Jamie covered on health insurance?
I have no idea.
You don't have any?
Ms. Banks, how is your son covered on health insurance?
Oh, my son. Oh, Medicaid.
Okay. And do you know if Mr. Shiloh has any other biological children under the age of 18?
Yes. Under the age?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. He does.
Do you know if he pays child support for any of those children?
I'm not sure.
Okay. And do you know if any of those children live with him?
I know none of them lives with him.
Okay. The state will go ahead and pass this witness.
Call your next witness.
I have no further witnesses.
What city you live in, Miss Banks?
I live in Port Arthur, Texas.
Okay. So, do you have any kinfolk in Port Arthur?
Yes, sir. I'm in Port Arthur, Texas.
I know. Do you have kinfolk that live there around you somewhere?
Yes, yes,
Somebody that you trust?
yes.
Is it somebody that could supervise Mr. Shiloh's visitation with his son?
And my mother, yes.
What's her
We're
name?
literally like neighbors. Cassandra Hulien.
Well, the problem is if I keep your address secret and Dad comes over there for the visits, he's gonna find out where you live, right?
Well, no, it's not.
Okay.
It's not like we're not
It's
neighbors,
not
but
like right next door.
yeah, it's not right next door.
You have a cell phone, Miss Banks?
Yes.
Does Mr. Shiloh know that phone number?
No, sir.
Does Mr. Shiloh know how to contact your mother?
No.
So how would Mr. Shiloh contact somebody to let them know that he was going to exercise his visits?
I mean, he has a way that he can contact me. I'm sure, like he figures out any other time. I don't mind unblocking him.
I don't want you to do
off
that. I'm trying to limit his contact with you altogether.
Okay, well, he can call my mom. Like, I can give that number, and he can have that.
Well, if he ever gets in touch with anybody, that's what I want you to do. But that's all I'm going to put in the order, okay?
Okay.
I'm not going to put your mom's phone number in the court order. I'm just going to say he has to exercise visitation at her home. Does he know where she lives?
Okay. No, he doesn't.
Okay. Is your mom going to be okay with him knowing where her address is?
She's fine with she'll be fine with it. She'll be fine with it.
Because I got to put her. I'm not going to put her address in the order, but I mean I'm going to put her name in the court order.
Yeah, she'll be fine with
What's your mom's name?
Cassandra Hulien.
Cassandra Hulien. Okay.
Hulien, Hulin.
I thought that's what you said, but I just wanted to make sure. Cassandra Hulien. Okay.
How was that spelled?
Hulin.
Okay.
When was the last time you actually talked to him, Miss Banks?
The last time I talked to him was like I said, I think y'all served him, and
right.
he just was threatening me, and that was maybe like in I'm gonna say May, around that time, May or June this year.
Anything further from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Miss Banks, is there anything else you think I need to know about this case before I make my final ruling?
No, sir. I think I kind of covered everything.
I think you'll be okay with the visitation I'm going to give, okay?
Okay.
Court's going to find the court has jurisdiction. The court's going to find that it is not in the child's best interest to name the parties as joint managing conservators. I'm going to name Miss Banks as the sole managing conservator. Mr. Shiloh will be named as the possessory conservator. I am required by local rule to put a domicile restriction in this case. Both parties reside in Jefferson County, so there will be a domicile restriction. I'm going to award Mr. Shiloh visitation, but it's going to be very restricted. Mr. Shiloh will have phased-in visitation with 20 visits at each phase, Miss Simone.
Yes, sir.
All visits, the first phase, all visits, let me back up. The exchange of the child will always take place at the home of the maternal grandmother, Cassandra Hulien. Cassandra, and that's where the exchange will take place. Miss Banks will have the right to designate whoever she wishes to be the supervisor for her. I am granting non-disclosure, and I am granting a family violence finding. Mr. Shiloh has been convicted of arson, and that arson was in regards to the home of Miss Banks, and therefore there will be a finding of family violence. Mr. Banks will only have visitation if he gives 24 hours advance notice to Miss Cassandra Hulien that he intends to exercise his visitation. Okay, Miss Simone?
Got it.
All right, so that's going to be 24-hour notice to Miss Hulien.
Okay.
All There'll be 20 visits at each phase, 20 supervised by Miss Hulien. I mean, it'll be, you put it in there as Miss Banks or anybody that she designates. And then 20 visits unsupervised for the half a day, exchange at Miss Hulien's home. 20 unsupervised for the day with the exchange at Miss Hulien's home. 20 one-night overnights with the exchange at Miss Hulien's home, and then standard possession after that. Miss Banks, if he does every visitation the way I just ordered, it's going to take him about a year to do each phase. So your child will be, oh, I don't know, about 14 before he gets supervised, before he gets full weekends, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I mean, based on his history, I'm going to say he's probably never going to get out of the supervised phase, but if he does, he's still got a long road to hoe, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm going to order Miss Banks to maintain the health insurance that she has on the child. Mr. Shiloh's child support will be set based on minimum wage, $225 a month plus $25 a month cash medical. 1 year retroactive child support in the amount of $2,700. That'll be paid back at a rate of $30 a month. Mr. Shiloh will be responsible for court costs, but I'll give him until May 31st, 2024 to pay my court costs. So Miss Simone, that's sole managing with a domicile restriction, Medicaid finding, a phased in visitation schedule, very restricted with 20 visits at each phase. The exchange always at the home of the maternal grandmother. Miss Banks can designate. There will be not only a finding of non-disclosure, but there will be a family violence finding in regards to the arson. 225 child support, 25 medical support, 2,700 retro. The retro paid back at a rate of $30 per month. Court cost by May 31st, 2024. All the payments will begin December 1st.
Is there any do I need to put anything about how he's supposed to provide the 24-hour notice? Is that
Got to call Miss Hulien.
Okay, call her. Okay.
Yeah, you got to call Miss Hulien.
Okay.
I mean, if he doesn't call her 24 hours before his visitation, then he doesn't get it.
Okay.
Now, Miss Banks can always agree to something different with Mr. Shiloh if she wishes to do so, but that'll be the restricted visitation of the court. If Miss Shiloh wants to change that and she agrees with it, then she can. Okay, Miss Banks?
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to agree to anything different, but if you do agree to something different with Mr. Shiloh, you can do that, okay?
I probably won't, but yeah, I understand.
Based on what you just told me, I wouldn't blame you, but I just know you have the option if you wish to do so.
Okay.
Miss Banks, Miss Simone's office is going to send me an order. As long as it matches what I said here today, I'm going to sign it and get it back to them. Then they're going to make a copy of it and send it to you and to Mr. Shiloh, okay?
All right. Thank you.